Is your Amazon PPC burning cash? Give me less than 10 minutes and I'll show you exactly how you can reduce your ACOS while simultaneously boosting your ROAS, all without hurting sales. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we need to do before we hop into Seller Central is identify 3 metrics. And these metrics are directly what's going to be used for identifying how we're going to optimize bids or increase bids, so on and so forth. So the first thing is we need to first understand what is our break-even ACOS. So this is the point whether you're not making money or you're not losing money. So this is ideally for aggressively scaling, ranking your products, or you just launch new products. So that's the first thing. So how do you calculate that? Obviously, figure out what are your cost of goods, your average ACOS, so on and so forth. So that's the first thing. Second thing you want to figure out is your average ACOS. Obviously, this is the current overall average ACOS across your campaigns. So if you don't know how to do that, go into Seller Central, obviously, and we want to sort by the last 30 days. Okay, last 30 days. And for example, this account, one of our clients, their ACOS on average is 40%. So 40% is the average that we want to take for this one. Now, the third thing, which is very important, is the target ACOS. Now, this is the ACOS goal focused on profitability and campaign efficiency. So where we're at right now and what we want to get to. Now, obviously, we want to be realistic. You want to be realistic on what your target ACOS is based off of profitability, market demand, how high your cost per click is, so on and so forth. So ideally, it should be about 10 to 15% below your average ACOS, but it really depends on what part of the cycle you're on Amazon for scaling, so on and so forth. So your target ACOS, we're going to use directly to help us manage bids and go on from there. Hey, if you're an Amazon seller serious about scaling your business on Amazon, we're offering a free in-depth audit of your brand. We'll cover exactly what's working, what's not working, and give you a plan of action to efficiently scale. So it should be the first link in the bio and also in the comments, and we'll get that forward to you. Now let's get back to the video. So for this account, the average ACOS is 40%, but I know that this client is trying to aim for at least a 30% ACOS, okay? So we're going to put, for now, our target ACOS is 30%. So now the next thing we have to figure out is our coefficient. Now our coefficient is what we're going to use to manage bids and adjust it or increase it. So to get this, it's your current ACOS divided by your desired ACOS. So for example, this account, our current ACOS was about 40%. So I'll show you this real time. So we're going to 40% and our desired ACOS was at around 30%. So 40 divided by 30%. So that gives us 1.33. Now we're going to use this number. So make sure you save your coefficient because this is how we're going to manage bids and adjust everything. Okay, so now let's go in and let's actually clean up these campaigns. So go to targeting tab, obviously. Once we're in targeting, we're going to set a few filters right out the gate. So let me remove all this right now. So it's going to show us an insane amount of targets here. So we have 25,000 targets here. We're going to choose the date range, the last 30 days, ideally. Filter by campaign active status. So we only want enabled campaigns. So hit enabled. Okay, now next thing. First thing I want to do is filter out those campaigns or targets that are not generating us profitable sales or just wasted ad spend, because I want to clear out all the data. So first thing, I'm going to hit orders. I want orders less than or equal to 0. Now it's going to give us all orders like that. Then I'm going to filter by how much we're actually spending. So I want to see if what keywords we're spending, ideally more than $20. Now, anything more than $20 and we have 0 clicks, I know these are terms that are not going to convert for us. So we're just wasting money. So for example, in this account, we have, this is $20, $30, $25. So I know out the gate, I got to negate all of these terms. Now, in this example, these are actually competitors' products that we're targeting. And if you have a look, we spent 31 clicks and got no orders. So I know we're not going to convert on them no matter what, because people are not compelled enough to buy our product. So if I see this and it's above our metric of $20, $30, for example, I'm going to go into this actual campaign now here, and I'm going to pretty much negate this term here. I don't want this product here anymore. So we're going to go and we're going to hit open link in new tab. So once I'm here, I actually want to go into the ad group again, because if you're targeting an ASIN, you have to go to the actual ad group level, not the budget level. So we're going to hit this and we're going to negate this exact ASIN because it's not converting well for our product. So you want to go into here, negative targeting, add negative product targeting, and we're going to enter in exclude products, and we're going to enter in this ASIN right there, and boom. Obviously negate that then. Go to for all of your products that I showed you right there. You spent more than $20, $15, or whatever your threshold is, and you did not convert a single sale. We want to negate those right out the gate. So the next thing I want to do is filter out by clicks. Orders is one thing, but we can also use clicks simultaneously to check what are our metrics and what can we reduce. So clicks, ideally, I want to see anything that we had more than 15 to 20 clicks and we are not converting well for. So let's go for a 15, if we can, 15. I don't know why Amazon does it where you have to have a 0 here, which is super annoying. We're going to do 15 here. So if you have a look at enabled, clicks greater than 15, orders less than or equal to 0. So if you have a look here, more ASINs here that are doing nothing. So obviously I want to negate these because there's 0 orders here. Now, next thing I want to do is I actually want to go to orders that we only have one, because there could still be very skewed data. Maybe we just got one order by accident. So let's go to less than or equal to 1. Now let's do this. Now this is where you want to be, adjust things based off of whether this keyword is super important for you, this product is important to you, so you can decide whether to negate it fully or just reduce the bids. So for example, for this right here, we spent $42 and we got one sale of $29. Now the ACOS is 147%. Now there's a bunch of things to consider here. We got 36 clicks and got one sale. Now since we got one sale, I don't want to fully negate it, unless it's super necessary. If it's a term that's very important for you, you can keep it running, so on and so forth. Or if it's not, you can just cut it out flat. But how we can use the coefficient in an example like this is if our bid is at $1.20, so we're not converting well for our $1.20 bid. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our actual coefficient. So I think the coefficient was 1.33. 1.33 was the coefficient that we came up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1.20. So let's go down here, get my calculator. So we're going to 1.20 divided by 1.33. So that gives me 90 cents. What does this mean? We should reduce our bid to 90 cents. And that is because that is below where we want to focus on our new ACOS of 30%. And this is how we're going to get it. Now I'm doing it for these terms because we're not converting well from them anyway. So why should we overspend on terms or products where we're not converting well for anyways? We're going to shoot our ACOS up. We want to gradually reduce this so we can bring that ACOS down and focus more so on the budget on other products, which I'm going to show you here. So 90% is a new bid. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to just change this bid to 90 cents instead. And boom. You want to do that for all the products based off of all the thresholds you set. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to filter by ACOS. So hit filter by, hit ACOS. Now I'm looking for anything that we have above 30%. Now why do I say 30%? Because we set our threshold for our desired ACOS at 30%. So we want to see campaigns above this level to see if we can reduce the bids on these. So I'm gonna hit it here. So we have 44 campaigns or product targetings that are above that. Once I'm here, I want to sort by highest ACOS. It already is sorted by highest ACOS. And I want to see and analyze exactly what we can reduce the bid on or just close campaigns. So for example, this one's at 99%. We spent $104 and got $104. So pretty much the exact same. And the clicks were the same. So for this one, I'd have a look at our bid is at $1. Apply the same thing, the same coefficient. So our coefficient was 1.33. So I'm gonna do $1 divided by 1.33. 75 cents. So I'm gonna reduce that bid to 75 cents. And I'm gonna do this for all of our campaigns that are just not converting well. Because if we spend more or spend a current amount, it does not matter if we reduce it. Yes, our impressions might drop initially, but the whole goal is we're trying to split the budget. So because now we're gonna focus on campaigns or products that we are converting well for. So go down this entire list, apply the same thing. You have your coefficient. Figure out which campaigns, which bids you have to reduce, and this will gradually reduce your ACOS within a month. Okay, so now we're going to do the inverse. So I'm going to hit filter by and I'm going to go ACOS. Now I'm going to say less than or equal to our desired one. So our desired was 30%. Now I'm looking for campaigns and stuff. We can maximize the bids to go even higher because this indicates we have a good conversion rate, a good click-through rate on these campaigns. So we have 15 total targets here. So if I have a look here, I'm going to sort by the ACOS by lowest to highest. So lowest to highest, do that one more time. So we have all these campaigns. Look at this one. Spend $6, got 118 sales, 5% ACOS. So from top to down, I want to actually increase our bids here because we are getting good impressions, good click-through rate, and good conversion on it. Now, I don't want to use the coefficient here because that will boost it up too high. We don't want to boost our bid up so high, especially if we're already converting well. So what I typically recommend is applying at least 10 to 15 to 20% increase in your bid. So if I'm at 1.44, I want to gradually increase it to 1.6 because we're already converting well for it. Next one, 1.5, gradually increase it to a 1.65. We want to test out the data and see exactly what's converting well. And these things are converting well. You see that our ACOS, our top of search placement is all really, really good. Look at this one. We spent $9, got 102 sales and 9% ACOS. So I know if it's at 1.79 suggested, if it's at 1.73 right now, I'm going to go to like 1.9. And I'm going to do this for all my campaigns because now we just inversely flipped it. We had our coefficient, we have our desired ACOS, we reduced the campaigns or we cut out all the campaigns or bids that are not converting well. So that will naturally reduce our ACOS. Now, our ROAS will increase because we set a filter for campaigns that are below our actual desired ACOS, less than 30%. Now we want to boost these. We want to just get more visibility because we're getting more conversion rate already. We're getting better click-through rate because this will naturally increase our ROAS. So this is the unique trick that I found out that can really help you guys maximize your bids, reduce your ACOS, and manage your bids throughout your entire campaigns properly. So I hope this video will help you in some capacity clean up your ACOS fast right out the gate. 3 things you can implement right away. So let me know if you want more PPC videos. Hit like, subscribe. Also, if you want a free audit from us on our brand, hit the link in bio. We can do a free Amazon growth blueprint, or we can go over your PPC along with your actual market analysis, click-through rate, so on and so forth. So if you're interested, hit that link in bio. Also, I'll leave my calendar if you want to book a call, and take care.